special delivery, Proline Performance. So, gotta make an entrance for something like this here. The bling bling is finally in the house. Let's get this thing in that sled and show you how badass this thing is. So, thanks to them guys for the awesome blue, the setup. So, Barky's gonna be excited. Let's get her in. Back in the shop here, we got the new Proline skid. So 159 snow drag skid here we got set up from them. Fully anodized blue set up for the sled, so you kind of get a little teaser, hey, what's this color of the build? 159 track we had. So we got this cut down to 1 inch and narrowed down to 14. So we got a little modifications done on this track right here for him. And then lastly, we've got a custom made set of drivers that we did from Avid here. So 3-piece. Nice, smooth, we've pressed them on, ready to go. So these are a pretty neat custom piece that they built for us. So we set up the pitch we want, the diameter, and how the 3-piece we want it. So the main concern we have is when you kind of look at this, the rear here has got 3 wheels in it for balance to support the rods. And then we want to make sure on the drive shaft here that the track pulls nice and cleanly on the front of this and nice and cleanly on the back, because we're dealing with the drag stuff, the track it's oval. We're not going to be going up and over and around like a standard stock one. So we're going to keep nice and oval. So we've got 9.5 in the rear sides and we got 9 inch in the front. So we almost got a perfect oval when they're built. So let's get these in, show you what it looks like. All right, we're getting done putting the drivers in, skidding. I mean, as you can see, you're watching us do this. I mean, we're mocking things up. The biggest thing is we're putting it in there, we're getting it set up because we got some other items we got to build over the next 2-3 weeks, get them fit on there. But again, this is not final. We got to do a mock assembly, put it together, get set up. One thing that we needed to build here is the rear suspension. Here's our arm for it right here. So we ain't getting up here. We've built some custom brackets that we've got from Proline too that we designed to get the right distance for what we're building for the height of this machine. So those will go up inside here on the back side. We drilled some holes, get them set up, and then our suspension will line right up. So we've done some predetermining stuff here that we've been working on for you. We'll get these mounted in here and get this skid in and show you what it looks like. So we got our brackets mounted on, a couple small bolts here. We took one of our old school rear bumpers we had and actually manufactured one to work on your carbon fiber bumper. And this really integrates the bottom of the mount too. So that's kind of into that bolt hole through here, right through here. Got a bolt for me? Thank you. Go right through there. So we're sandwiching the tunnel, the mount, and the bumper all as one too. We got 3 different support points right in there, which is kind of a nice gig, so you can see all these in here. So we also have one extra through here. We got a couple more to go through, but again, we are mocking this up, getting everything right before we move on to some of the other fitments. So the main thing is this whole thing, again, as we've said, it has to come apart completely, so we're not doing a final assembly. By the time we powder coat, anodize, then it'll go together as a complete assembly. So we'll keep putting it together. Currently, we've been working heavily on building a clutch cover. So a lot of guys, G5 actually has a clutch cover. You can buy them on some of the snowcross stuff. But what happens is this entire thing changed substantially and nothing is stock anymore. Our mounts, our locations, our panels, anything. So we got a ton of time, or Sean does, I should say, on this one here, a ton of time building this cool little project. So it's got a 2-piece unit, which is neat. Here's our bottom. Everything's all integrated so we can bolt in rather than trying to clip or anything. So nice and clean rib nuts in here. This piece goes down through and locks down in there, which is nice and clean, fits in. And here's your work of art. One piece all hand tigged together. So sits up through here. And drops in nice and clean. So, and we got our bolts down in here. So we got some quick release that'll go down here and a couple in the front. So those will screw in. We got 2 there and 2 up top. So really nice fit. We've got a few things that we're gonna do on the outside for the clutch bolt that'll do in the cover and setup, but boy, full security on that, which is a great thing to see. We have belly pan or side panel. Let's look at that. So we'll get some belly pan put in here. We still got some work that we're working on here, but this one actually gets stuck in here. Encompasses nice and cleanly over everything. Yeah, let's get her locked in for you. And set up. So I think we talked a little bit about this last time. We do have some work that we're finishing up in here. So that's kind of our next step really, is to finish some of this plastic. We can get a top that we're gonna work on up through here that needs to be put in. And then we're gonna get some handlebars, controls, a little more chassis work. So there's definitely some stuff that we've got. We'll finish some more fab work we've got to do. Get the top on for you. So we got quite a bit. So we're gonna get back to it, and we'll touch base when we've got some more done.